begin now from the third mainland bridge, which is the longest bridge in Nigeria and second longest on the African continent. The bridge, which reopened on Sunday, August the 26th, was closed for maintenance investigative tests for almost 72 hours. We have details of the closure, the tests and consequent reopening in this package. Let's take a listen.
It started a few months earlier with an announcement by the federal government to the Federal Executive Council of the award of the contract for the rehabilitation of the nation's longest bridge, the third mainland bridge.
The last project that was approved was for the repair and rehabilitation of the third mainland bridge as part of our national ongoing bridge repair and maintenance. Many of our bridges had just been left really without maintenance. This contract is for 18.874 billion. Again, it was conceived in 2011, but it wasn't awarded because there were no budgetary provisions to support it. We have created a budgetary provision for it as part of, as I said, a national bridge maintenance strategy, because we're seeing our bridges haven't been maintained for decades. So this was for 18.874 billion to Borini Prono, one of the consortium of companies who first built the bridge. And essentially what they'll be doing is pile repair works, pile repairs. Piles are the foundations that hold the bridge. Those are the things that are drilled into the ground to form the foundation of the bridge. They need to go down, dive inside, check the steel and iron casings, and also the concrete casings, to see what needs repairs, what needs cleaning, what needs replacement. We're starting with the first 33 piles that are in very critical condition, then another set of 19 piles, and then 44 piles, and a general maintenance of 177 piles that form the entire foundation of the bridge. Those are the largely civil engineering and related work.
This was followed closely by the announcement of a date in July for the 3-day closure of the bridge for tests on its present status before the rehabilitation works could begin. The rumor mill then went into an overdrive, with many going as far as saying that the bridge will be closed for 27 months. The postponement later followed, and the weekend of August 23rd to 26th was chosen to coincide with Eid-el-Kabir holidays. This, according to a statement from the Ministry of Power, Works and Housing, was to reduce the disruption to the barest minimum. On the day itself, the combined team led by the Ministry of Power, Works and Housing and the Lagos State Government Security and Traffic Management Agencies shut down the bridge. The Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, later visited for an on-the-spot assessment but did not speak to the press. On the part of the contractors, a promise was made to do a good job.
What we are doing now, we are carrying out some tests in order to acquire data that will enable us to determine which of the joints, expansion joint of this bridge, has reached the end of its useful life, which has to be retained.
He promised that the tests will be done within the required time frame.
We will have to order the material that has to be manufactured, and will be manufactured in Italy. The material will then be shipped here. After all the material is received, we will be able to start with the either demolition of the joint to remove the machine which now constitutes the joint.
The tests were later started on the morning of the 24th of August with experts from the contractor and the Ministry of Power, Works and Housing. After it all, the Controller for Works, Lagos, Adedamola Kuti, said the work had been successfully concluded and the bridge was opened 7 hours before schedule.
Well, first and foremost, we want to say that for the 3 days operations that started on Friday, 24th of August, we started the investigative test, and we have successfully completed the test on all the expansion joints on the bridge, on the third mainland bridge.
speak. Yes.
No. Normally, like we've mentioned to you, once the repair work starts, the repair works is going to involve the replacement of some of the faulty expansion joints, and we're also going to do some repairs on the piles and the pile caps and the rest of them.
This, according to the Director, Highways and Bridges in the ministry, was as a result of timeliness on the part of those who carried out the test. He added that the results will be out in a few weeks' time.
Well, what I would say is when the result is analyzed, we now come out with what we are going to do, what repairs we are going to carry out, and we now go forth to do it. But when we start the repair works, it won't be total closure.